And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from a lovely Westlake Village, California. It looks like another beautiful day, not even a cloud in sight. And yeah, we got Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. Just a quick little price update. Or do I want to jump into the news? That's what I'm going to be doing today, but I think I am going to do that first. News first, and then TA. So what do we got for news today? Central African Republic to launch Bitcoin crypto hub. So the Central African Republic, CAR, the second country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as legal currency after El Salvador. So the second domino just fell. They plan to develop a hub to attract cryptocurrency businesses and enthusiasts to the nation. The initiative KOWN Sango was started by CAR National Assembly with support of President Faustin Anchorage Tordra. Per a 24-page document detailing the project goals, Sango seeks to pave the way to a digital future of endless possibilities. Per its webpage, Tuidora tweeted in support of Sango. So I don't know if I can say that guy's name's right, but really cool, really interesting for Africa. What else does it say? CAR's plans include facilitating land acquisition in Bitcoin for investors worldwide and creating a digital national bank. The government said in the document that it will also fully support access to the country's natural resources such as gold, diamonds, uranium, lithium, and oil. So, sounds like they're going to tie their digital world to their natural resources like gold, diamonds, uranium, lithium, and oil. What an idea, Africa. What a great idea. And we're going to leave a link in the description below for you if you want to check that out. Next article up. We got Balenciaga. They should really teach me how to pronounce this stuff before I get up here on YouTube. So on bitcoinist.com, it says the avant-garde fashion powerhouse Balenciaga is not about to be left behind in preparing to accept cryptocurrencies as a payment option for its American clientele. The French luxury company announced that it will accept Bitcoin and Ethereum payments in the United States starting next month. I'm probably the only person who doesn't know what a Balenciaga is, but I'm sure it's high fashion, some kind of a purse store. But the fashion powerhouse Balenciaga is not about to be left behind. They're going to start accepting Bitcoin. Unfazed. And it says they're unfazed by crypto's volatility. Next article up, eBay. Oh, this should be interesting. eBay drops first NFT collection on Polygon 2 days ago. The e-commerce giant first NFT drop featured 3D renditions of the Canadian hockey legend Wayne Gretzky, hosted on Polygon. I met Wayne Gretzky one time. Key takeaways: eBay's launched this first ever NFT collection in partnership with the One of NFT marketplace. The first drop features old 3D animation Sports Illustrated covers of the former professional hockey player Wayne Gretzky, and this was hosted by Polygon. The NFTs are hosted on Polygon and available for purchase on eBay's Web 2 platform. So now you can buy your NFTs on, sounds like eBay's Web 2 platform. I wonder what that is. If there's a link in the article, but I imagine it's like OpenSea except for it's eBay. And that is looking good. That is looking good. All right, 5 minutes in here. eBay's vice president Here's what eBay's vice president said about the NFT drop. He said, quote, NFTs and blockchain are revolutionizing the collectible space and are increasingly viewed as investment opportunity for enthusiasts. Through our partnership with OneOF, eBay is now making coveted NFTs more accessible to a new generation of collectors everywhere. This builds upon our commitment to deliver high passion, high value items to the eBay community of buyers and sellers. So looks like those NFTs are here to stay, even though they are in the doghouse right now. NFTs have been taking a beating alongside Bitcoin. Okay, last article for the day, investor. The investor who tries to confront KWON gets arrested by police. So somebody coming after KWON, somebody lost all their money, I'm sure. And it says here on Monday, an investor who lost millions in the Luna crash was arrested for trying to confront KWON. The founder of Terra Systems, the popular YouTuber known by the names Chancers, reportedly lost 2.4 million of his crypto savings. So he's a crypto YouTuber, lost 2.4 million of his savings, didn't have a stop loss in. Sorry, bad choice. Always got to put the stop in. Chancers had begun investing in crypto around 5 years ago, and in this short period, gamer immense wealth. The 30-year-old was among the wealthiest 1% of South Korea. Until the Luna crash, I felt like I was going to die, the guy said. The crypto streamer said, I lost a lot of money in a short period of time. Around 2.4 million of my cryptocurrency was wiped out. One of his primary concerns is that KWON did not update any of his many Twitter followers and remains more or less silent on the issue. Chancers claims that this is why he decided to confront Mr. KWON. Interesting articles. Well, that's your daily recap for news. Now let's get on to my favorite portion of our little YouTube show here, is the TA, the fun part. And what is Bitcoin doing? On the 4-hour time frame, exactly what we said yesterday, ranging between, call it 31,000 to the upside, 29,000 to the downside. Any kind of a 4-hour closure above or below there very likely is going to get us the next move to these outer rings. I don't know if you want to call them that, but I would call them more like levels, Fibonacci levels. In fact, the fibs line up exactly. This is the, I believe it's called the 2618. It's the 1618. Yep, to the upside and to the downside, the 1618. And then the outer ring, right, the 2618, that's what that is, the red. That is your, so first target, second target, and then vice versa, first target, second target to the downside. It is crystal clear. And what's going on in the market right now? We just had that Fed meeting we talked about yesterday. Positive news. I don't know how this can be positive, but apparently the Fed's just going to do what they said they're going to do, and that's raise rates by a 50 basis points next month and the next month. So they're not considering the 0.75% rate hike at the moment. They're probably still saying inflation is transitory, and really they know that if the market even has one chance to recover, get a little breathing room, they need to do it this month. That's why I think, because when that next rate hike comes in, the inflation numbers continue to come in for next month, I believe, probably going to be a little bit on the harsh side for these markets, but might as well make hay while we can. So back on to just, it's really simple on the 4-hour time frame. And here's what I would expect, given the positive news today out of the Fed, and NASDAQ now making a reach up for its top side of its range, which is coming in at 12,052. So it's up 260. NASDAQ futures up right now. And I would say a 4-hour closure back above this breakdown level right here. And I'm going to look for probably the top side of this thing to get hit. The other thing I'm noticing right now, actually on the 1-hour time frame, the gap fill is in play right now. So there was a gap here on the NASDAQ, which just got filled. So either we reject here, confirm this price action as valid, and it is down to doggy town, or we shoot right through the gap and confirm this move up here. So again, I mean, all that's on an hourly time frame. If we look at a 4 hour, it's the same level, really. So I'm leaning a little bit more towards a bounce here, as long as no bad news comes out. You know, it looks like Dow and S&P are recovering. And so what does that mean for Bitcoin? I think Bitcoin at least gets a shot, you know, alongside NASDAQ to the top side of the range, coming in somewhere between 30,500 to 31,000. The other thing, daily Stokes are up. Volatility is not completely compressed. I'm sorry, that's the 4 hour. So what's the other thing that is tipping me off here? Yes, volatility is extremely low, and momentum will cross to the upside. Sorry, to the downside below 29,400. So that number is getting lower and lower as you know, Bitcoin just kind of trades sideways. So tomorrow, I mean, if we cross this down and volatility starts to expand, I would say that move is going to come to the downside. However, vice versa, let's say we break the range at 31,000, volatility starts to expand, and I look for this, you know, again, this move to generally get hit with volatility expansion back over 20 percentile. You know, 20 to 25% typically going to be good enough to say, okay, this move is going and it's going to continue onwards. That's it for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Ethereum. What is Ethereum doing in comparison? Is it the same ranges? The same, you know, ideas here with Mr. Ethereum? I'll just make it a little more simple here. And volatility low. We'll cross to the downside here shortly. Below 1791. So in the next 33 minutes, 4 hour could cross down. Volatility low, and if we do want to break the range to the downside, you know, you could put it right here, or you could say, oh, right here, I'm going to put it right there at the wicks. And that very likely is in line with Bitcoin breaking to the upside or to the downside. There's the range on the 4 hour for Mr. Ethereum, and it's going to do whatever Bitcoin does, but probably a little bit more to the downside and maybe a little bit less to the upside. As Bitcoin dominance is continuing to shoot up, Bitcoin dominance now coming in at a 45 percentile. We have been talking about Bitcoin dominance continuing to go higher, which means that altcoins are going to get killed in their Satoshi pairing. And that's, again, altcoins paired in Bitcoin. I would expect them to lose as Bitcoin dominance goes back up, probably all the way up there. And we'll be keeping an eye on that, because when Bitcoin dominance gets back up here, there are some indicators as to what's going to happen in the market. And so wrapping up thoughts on Ethereum. I just want to look at Ethereum on a weekly time frame. And why, you know, be more angled to the downside? Well, we're in a macro downtrend, right? On the weekly time frame, we got a lower high, a lower low and a lower high. So next thing in is the lower low, and where can we get targets for this next low on Ethereum? Very, very possibly conservative target already hit. Off the first fib, the next fib down is going to be at $700. Holy smokes. We don't want to see, or we do. I mean, in fact, it'd be on sale at that point, right? So here, $700 Ethereum. Holy jeez. That would be rough. That would be rough. Well, it's only 1900, so down another 50% from here. What would that be in a full retrace from the top to the high down to 700 bucks? That's down 84% from the high. So pretty much right in line with the, typical bear market correction that can happen over 3 to 6 months time. Not going to happen in one day, but though that could be the ultimate downside target for Mr. Ethereum. And if NASDAQ wants to get beat up anymore, and really, if you look at some of the stocks we looked at yesterday, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, these things got absolutely killed. Facebook, the stock market is not close to recovered, even though NASDAQ's back at 12,000. It's due for a pity bounce. Where would the bounce typically come in? The breakdown region, which on the weekly time frame, that would put it right there. So bounce target, from that high. So somewhere up around, the 0.5, somewhere like that. That would look really good for another lower high, or even better at the 618. And that's how I'm looking at NASDAQ right now. How would that bounce get invalidated? I would say this, if we start to close a daily time frame below here, then next target down below 11,500, that's the line in the sand. And why keep an eye on that? If we get a daily closure below there, Bitcoin's going to get slattered. And next up down, right there. And where's the ultimate move off of this kind of, this last swing high to swing low off of here? It's already hit that first target again. That's typically where you're going to get a bounce, right? On Bitcoin, on any asset, trading Fibonacci's on the weekly time frame, and the last lower high right here, just coming in right there. So I do like this area for a bounce, and if we can confirm some bullish divergence here, which I believe there is some forming, one on the week, no, that's the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, that should give us a shot back up to 12,500, and I would say that is good to go with any kind of a daily closure today. I would say really above the 0.5. Where is that coming in at? 0.5. Yeah, that's right there. So daily above this line, Bitcoin gets its run up. I don't know. It's so close to tell. So we want to make for the bigger move. We wait for 12,600 on the NASDAQ, daily closure back above there, and probably going to get the bigger move. Right now, it's trend continuation, boring sideways and down, and waiting patiently for the bounce. Anything else I wanted to touch on for today? We've covered Ethereum. Let's take a look at Aave, because I've been putting a little work in on this one. Not an endorsement or a non-endorsement, but here is what I'm looking at for Mr. Aave, and alongside Bitcoin getting a bounce. It's not really bouncing. NASDAQ's getting the bounce. Bitcoin's up $50 right now, getting rejected off this green 55 in the next 4-hour closure. If we close anywhere here or higher, that would be how many drives of bullish divergence from this point? Still 1, 2, 3, 4. So that doesn't look like a confirmed low yet. You'd have to close above that green 55. If not, that's an indecision candle. And I do believe, we're holding these higher lows, and 4-hour back above 30,650 is probably good enough for me. for this party to get started on the daily time frame. I'd even throw it down as low as 30,400 on a 4-hour. All right, I think I've talked my ears off today about Bitcoin. I was going to give us an Aave analysis. So if I'm biased for Bitcoin to have a bounce here, I'm biased for Aave to have a bounce here. And how can I confirm that? Basically, I want to see one more drive of bearish divergence play out. And so how would we do that? Well, a couple of ways. One, if we could come up to this high one more time, 110, and then make that a lower low, that would look good for continuation to the downside. We want one more confirmed lower high. We can confirm that even with a lower high right here. But as for now, this 4-hour, if we close anywhere here or higher, you're gonna have a one drive of bullish divergence, should give you a shot to at least the medium size, top right here portion of the range, the 782, I'd say. And then on a daily time frame closure, I do believe, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make on the daily for this one, except, a daily closure above the yellow 21. Good. Probably going to head up and retest support. Looks like it does want to retest this support. If Bitcoin bounces, this one probably very likely bounces up to here. 130 if Bitcoin wants to put in a nice little rally and get us up to 34,000. This thing's going to run. Vice versa, if Bitcoin wants to take it on the chin, this one will play very nicely to the downside. All right, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Aave, Sand, another one. On the daily, again, it's whatever Bitcoin does here at this point, but above here or below here, probably going to get the next move. Volatility is coming down as we're trading sideways, and kind of getting a bearish reset. We'll cross down below 120. So the next cross down on the daily time frame alongside volatility expansion is very likely going to get the move of the trend. If we look at the trend, the trend is down, right? So if volatility gets a chance to reset and expand, you'd probably expect volatility to expand to the downside, or price action to go in the direction of the trend. All right, that's it for today, guys. Have a blessed day. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.